This is pretty cool. Just working out my new camera setup, so I actually have the camera being controlled on my phone here, which is rather new and exciting. Also very distracting. Let's put that down. So I have been dealing with a lot lately. When I say dealing with a lot, I've just been taking on a lot. After the completion of the RA20 tour, which was 27 shows from the top of the North Island, up in Kerikeri was the furthest north we went. Peter Barrett and I travelling right down through the North Island, zigzagging our way down, taking a few opportunities to get in the water and do a bit of surfing, and eventually making our way down into the south and finishing up in Invercargill after about 3 weeks of touring. That was a real demand that I never could have prepared for nor ever expected. It's been a real, roller coaster, that's for sure. I haven't felt this content in a long time, and also after having completed the tour and the magnitude of what that was for two or three human beings, as well as myself, Peter and Lisa, as well as my two children for about 10 days of that tour as well, and Ruby for 3 of those days, is man, it really takes something from a human being to put yourself out there and give everyone 100% of what you got, and really be out there with the people. It definitely takes a toll, and physically and mentally and emotionally. People talk about energy, and certainly giving energy like that, it certainly it does a few things. It doesn't necessarily deplete you of energy. In fact, a lot of the time it builds on your energy, and you get that really cool high, and then every now and then the physical demands catch up on you and you get hit with that. All right, I need some sleep now, or a break would be good about now, and they just seem to come at the right time. For instance, weekends we didn't do any presentations, but it was also coming down to pick the children up, so flying from the North Island down to Christchurch, jumping in my truck, driving down to pick the kids up from Oamaru, and then back to Christchurch, back on the plane, back up north. The 2 weekends that I had up in the North Island was spent just travelling back south, which in the vehicles, all in all, we did, it was close to 9,000 kilometres driving. So yeah, it's been a bit of a ride. The RA20 tour, I spoke to about 2,500 people, which was amazing. Had really, really cool feedback. It seems that people were ready for something new. So as a result of the tour, business has been really, really full on. Both with Natural Performance, also with Symbiosis, and then also with Quorum Sense getting the funding approved for the next project with MPI for the next 3 years, to the extent of $1.89 million worth of funding from MPI. It's certainly interesting to look back on my life and what I used to call busy, to now seeing really what's possible, and that not all work is physical. I used to have this thing, and I actually see it at the moment with Ruby, with what she's doing with the dairying thing, is we think that work has to be physically demanding, and that's what work's all about. This New Zealand stereotype, especially in the ag industry, where the office work doesn't count. Well, I tell you what, the office work is equally as demanding, physically and mentally. So getting a taste of that, dealing with growth of all the 3 enterprises that I'm involved with, Natural Performance, Quorum Sense and Symbiosis. Getting to a point today where I'm able to just sort of stop and get to a point where I've actually caught up on all the work that I've had piled up, and Also 24 hours into a fast, I'm feeling really quite content, and so I thought I'd just chuck the camera on, the new setup, I'm quite proud of it, and just talk about what things have been like for me. Also taking on, reading a bit of cool new material, new to me, reading all about energy and how to build on and maintain energy levels, not physical energy levels, but more the sort of, it's actually a book that I'm reading. Actually, I'll grab it. It's a book that I picked up actually just driving past a fridge that was on the side of the road that said free library, and me and the kids pulled up, and the kids pulled out a book each, and I pulled out this one here. It looked interesting. I mean, it's got a side boob on the cover, so of course it grabbed the eye. But it's called a modern practical approach to the ancient way of the Tao. The Tao. I don't know how you say that properly. Tao. But yeah, Taoism. So it's a way of living essentially that was developed by the Chinese some 5,000 years ago, and I'm halfway through the book now. Actually, my daughter, she made me a little wee bookmark here. So I'm halfway through the book and learning a lot, like a whole lot. And so that's what sort of brought on this next thing I want to talk about, which is this fast that I'm doing. So I've committed to doing a 7-day fast, on top of this month having no coffee. So it's been, what are we now, day 18, and no coffee. So that's been really good. But yeah, I'm not gonna eat for 7 days. Having 7 days with no eating. I am doing the green tea thing, and feeling really good. I'm definitely hungry, and it really took something for me to sit back and watch Ruby enjoy her delicious meal this evening. But then I was actually able to almost enjoy it with her, just in watching her eat her dinner. And she's like, oh, I feel bad. I said, don't. This is my choice. So what I thought I'd do was, and because I have been quite quiet for a while, just with keeping on top of things, the social media side of things has been pretty quiet. So what I thought I'd do was do a daily update on how I'm going with the fast, and that I do still have a really big week on this week. Thursday this week got 3 visits down the South Island, and then this weekend heading over to Twizel for Saturday for a bit of adventure fun with my good old friend Chunky, and then Sunday going to visit a couple of cool farmers down in Glenorchy, and then Sunday night spending the night at a really cool retreat with a dude I met at the Burning Horse Festival, Damien, who looks after the Aroha retreat down in Glenorchy. So staying there Sunday night, where I'll come back on Monday, and it'll be the last day of my 7-day fast. So I'll be doing daily updates and just talking through what I'm experiencing and what's coming up, because no doubt lots of insights to come. I have fasted before, did 3 days once, and definitely brings on a whole new clarity. So I'll be sharing that with you guys, and I look forward to sharing the journey with you, and open to any tips, comments, advice on fasting if you've fasted before. Let's see how it goes.